The cheerleader said, cheerfully, of course.
Pick up your Oh My Dollar Valentines at the student body office today.
Now, I hadn't decided yet whether it was worth the dollar to find out who the survey matched me up with. But when I walked by the office and found no one standing in line, I thought, well, what the hell?
Thanks for supporting the cheerleaders, Hannah.
She typed my name into the computer and hit enter. And something started buzzing. So I fished out my phone and I answered it. Hannah Baker, the caller said. Guess how I got your number? No way, I thought. Someone was actually calling because my name was on their list. Kind of exciting, yeah, but kind of weird at the same time. The caller then asked what I was doing for Valentine's Day. That's when I saw him, standing right outside the office window. Marcus Cooley. Fine. Where? Now it was Marcus's turn to blush. Oh, okay, well, how about Rosie's? You know, for ice cream. Ice cream? But I didn't mean it like that. An ice cream date just sounded so cute. When a person decides to end her life, it's common to leave a note. When that leaves the final goodbyes or answers some of the questions in the hearts of those she leaves behind. In my piece, Hannah Baker records her final thoughts on a series of cassette tapes in the hopes that friends will understand her motives and her pain. 13 Reasons Why by Jay Asher. So if you want the full Hannah experience, go to Rosie's for yourself. Sit down on one of the stools at the counter. Are people wondering why you're sitting there alone? Now, glance over your shoulder. Do their eyes turn away? I'm sorry if this sounds pathetic, but you know it's true. So sit there, and every few minutes, glance at the clock on the wall. The longer you wait, the slower the hand will move. When 15 minutes are up, you have my permission to order a shake. Because 15 minutes is 10 minutes longer than it should take even the slowest person to walk to there from school. Somebody isn't coming. Now, if you need a recommendation, you can't go wrong with the peanut butter and banana shake. Then keep waiting, however long it takes for you to finish that shake. If 30 minutes go by, start digging in with your spoon so you can get the hell out of there. I mean, that's what I did. What happened? Did he forget? Because he sounded so sincere. Calm down, Hannah. That's what I kept telling myself. Calm down, okay, stop. Those were the thoughts running through my head, which probably didn't put me in a great frame of mind for when he finally did show up. He sat down on the stool next to me and apologized. I told him that I'd almost given up and left. He looked at my empty milkshake glass and apologized again. But in his mind, he wasn't late. He wasn't sure I'd even be there. And I'm not going to hold that against him. Apparently, he thought we were just joking about the date, but halfway home, he stopped, thought about it, and headed to Rosie's, just in case. And that's why you're on this tape, Marcus. You turned around just in case. So there we were, sitting in a booth, with our backs to the rest of the diner, laughing. I leaned over, touching my forehead to his shoulder, begging him to stop, and that's when his hand touched my knee. I stopped laughing. I nearly stopped breathing. But I kept my forehead against your shoulder. What are you doing? Do you want me to move it? I didn't answer, and I didn't move away from you either. It was like you and your shoulder weren't even connected anymore. Your shoulder was just a prop to rest my head against while I sort of figured things out. And I couldn't look away as your fingertips started caressing my knee. And then moved up. Why are you doing that? Your shoulder rotated and I lifted my head, but now your arm was behind my back and pulling me close, and your other hand was touching my leg, my upper thigh. And I looked over the back of the booth to the other booths, to the counter, trying to catch someone's eye. And a few people glanced over. They all turned away. Below the table, my fingers were fighting to pry your fingers off, and I didn't want to yell. I mean, it wasn't to that level yet. My eyes were begging for help. Everyone turned away. No one asked if there was a problem. Why? Were they being polite? Stop it, I said. I know you heard me, because with me looking over the backrest, my mouth was just inches away from your ear. Stop it. Don't worry, you said. Maybe you knew your time was short, because your hand immediately slid up my thigh, all the way up. And so I rammed both my hands into your side, throwing you to the floor. Now, when someone falls out of the booth, it's kind of funny. It just is. So you think people would have started laughing. Unless, of course, they knew it wasn't an accident. So they knew something was going on in that booth. They just didn't really feel like help. Thanks. Anyway, you left. You didn't storm out, just called me a tease loud enough for everyone to hear and walked out. So now, let's back up. To me, sitting at the counter, getting ready to leave. To me, thinking Marcus wasn't showing up because he simply didn't care. Are you getting it now? Am I going too fast? Well, keep up. Let someone take away any sense of privacy or security you might still possess. Then have someone use that insecurity to satisfy their own twisted curiosity. Then realize how petty you've become. Stop being so pessimistic, Hannah, and learn to trust those around you. So I do. One more time. And then, well, certain thoughts begin creeping around. Will I ever get control of my life? Will I always be shoved back and pushed around by those I trust? Will my life ever go where I want it to? The next day, Marcus, I decided something. I decided to find out how people at school might react if one of the students just never came back.